Hey everybody, guess who's here with me today?
Hey guys, how's it going?
So we're gonna give them a couple of seconds to catch up. But friend, I haven't seen you. It's been a little while, right?
Been about a month.
Yeah. So what's been going on? Has anybody reached out to you saying, "Hey, I've seen you on the Hood News" or anything like that?
Yeah. Actually, there's a couple things I'd like to talk about in that regard. Again, for those who don't know me, I'm Steve Hollingsworth, the Hollingsworth Law Firm. We do personal injury, help people that's been involved in car wrecks and truck accidents and plane accidents and everything else. But yeah, no, just an anecdotal little quick story that happened to me yesterday that helps, I think helps Grizzy and I both, and knows we're both getting good exposure. And as I was at my bank, actually depositing a settlement check for a Hood News peep yesterday on Wells Fargo on 43rd Street. And when I was doing it, the bank manager came up to me and she's like, "Hey, I know you. You're on TV." And I was like, "Yeah, sometimes I am." And she goes, "You're with Grizzy."
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "You're with Grizzy on CW39 on Saturday mornings." And I said, "Yeah, we are."
That makes me so happy, friend. That's what's up.
It made me very happy. It honestly made my day because I know people are getting to hear our message, getting to hear your message, and seeing what's out there. And I told them, I made her a promise. The manager of the bank, I apologize I didn't get her name, but I did get the manager of the bank's Wells Fargo on 43rd Street. I told him I'd give him a shout out, so we're here giving him a shout out on Grizzy's Hood News Live.
There you go. Shout out to the Wells Fargo on what?
43rd
Street. Yeah. Hey, Oak Forest in the house.
Yeah.
So, friend, what else has been going on with you guys? You guys been pretty busy. All kinds of craziness too out there in the streets of Houston. I was told that you're going to be hooking up the Hood News peeps real soon.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. We've got some good. The Hollingsworth Law Firm has some, what I think are some pretty good Rockets tickets. I think the Rockets are doing a little bit better this year. So you might want to actually go see them.
Yeah.
But we've got some tickets that we want to give away. There's 2 of them. They come with a parking pass and a Golden Nugget Lounge access that you can actually see the players walk by at halftime before the games. And we're going to do everybody, the community, a favor, and we're going to do a giveaway with Grizzy's Hood News to give those tickets away for March, I believe, 6th. And the Rockets will be playing the Clippers that night.
All right.
So we'll be working with the people we work with and you to get those tickets out to the Hood News peeps and to get a contest going for those coming up next. I think it's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be next week. You guys, so excited! You guys get to and they're very close to the court. It's just that next row over.
The first row.
Awesome seats.
Yeah, first row seats. So I hope everybody enjoys them and makes use of them. And then again, these are the Rockets, but then when Dynamo get going, we're going to have some giveaways for that hopefully. And then also when the Astros get going, we're going to have some giveaways for that going because you do a lot for the community.
Thank you, friend.
And we try to too. And so everybody wants to give back and help how they can.
Awesomeness. Yeah, so we brought in Steve today because we got a lot of situations where, the Hood News peeps I always get a lot of messages like, "Grizzy, do you know of an attorney?" I'm like, "Man, I got you." Like a lot of people reach out with a lot of questions. And one thing we came across, we're in rodeo season right now, friend. We're in rodeo season. Let's say, people are doing the responsible thing. Let's say I'm having a good time. And I find myself, drinking a little bit, having a good time, enjoying the music, enjoying rodeo. Let's say I get a ride share and I find myself in an accident. What advice would you give somebody like me or the Hood News peeps who find themselves in a situation where they're on a ride share and then boom, they're involved in a wreck?
Okay. Yeah. Perfect question. Perfect opportunity. Perfect timing here in Houston. That everybody, in my opinion, as a former district attorney that used to prosecute DWIs, that I believe everybody, if you go out and have a good time, get a ride share. Whatever company you use, we all know them. We don't want to say their names because we don't want to get in trouble. But we know who the ride share companies are. But you do want to take full use. Of them during this season so that you don't get in trouble.
Right.
But the other side of that coin is sometimes you will get in an accident where the where the rideshare company's driver is responsible. Or say you're just driving down the road on a normal day and the rideshare company, a driver hits you there. It's a different animal than just a normal car wreck because those people that are driving for the rideshare company, independent contractors, but kind of work for the rideshare companies. But the more important thing is they fall under the insurance of the rideshare company if they're on quote unquote duty when they get in the accident with you. And so what you need to know is typically, they have higher policies. Let me just give you, we talked about earlier off camera, but just an example of an incident that the Hollingsworth Law Firm actually was able to help a person that got injured in a rideshare accident. She was crossing the street and one of these rideshare company drivers hit her and caused her some pretty severe injuries.
Wow.
Well, fortunately, just the other day, we were able to get her $1 million check, $1 million settlement.
Wow.
So we were able to get the full amount of compensation that she deserved. She still has to use a walker. So she was very injured.
Yeah.
And, she'll never be 100% the same. That's just an unfortunate circumstance. But we, the Hollingsworth Law Firm, were able to do what we could to put her back where we could.
Yeah.
And it was due to an incident with a rideshare company. One of the things you need to know is the rideshare company needs to be on duty. If they're not, then sometimes it falls back to their personal insurance, which will most of the times be a lesser amount than the rideshare's insurance. At the end of the day, I'll be frank, it's a complicated issue, the rideshare stuff. And so what people need to do, if you get in a wreck and you realize, hey, I've been in a wreck with a rideshare, or I was in a rideshare and the driver got in a wreck and it was his fault, he did whatever wrong, then my advice is call the Hollingsworth Law Firm as quickly as you can, because we can help sort through the details, do an investigation, see what's applicable, help you get to medical care, help you get medical care to get yourself better, but also get the full value and the maximum compensation that you can get as a result of being, unfortunately, but they happen in one of these collisions with a rideshare company.
All right. Thank you, friend.
Yeah.
And one more thing, because I want to throw this in there. We've been seeing a lot of accidents right now. Like my friend got in one, okay, where the top off of an 18-wheeler was peeled off like a can of sardines. And I don't know what happened, but they hit the back end of my friend's vehicle, and he had a small child in the car with them. They didn't feel it right then and there, but the next day they were pretty messed up.
Okay.
And now like I think they delayed too long in getting some help. So what is your advice for somebody in a situation that they think they're okay, but really like they're not going to be okay right away? Like it's just one of those things where the next day they're really feeling it and they wish they would have done something different. What's your advice for somebody who gets in an accident with an 18-wheeler?
Okay, there's two trains of thought in that instance. One is you get in an accident and you don't feel it till a couple days later. The way I describe it is it's like working out. Okay, you go work out hard, you do your thing. You don't feel it that night.
Yeah.
You feel it a day or two later.
Yeah.
That's what happens in some car accidents, some 18-wheeler accidents, things like that. Another thing is when it's a catastrophic, when somebody dies, unfortunately, or when somebody's very injured, unfortunately, what happens is they say, oh, I don't need to hire a lawyer right now. I'm going to take my time because I just need to get better, and I'm more worried about taking care of this and that than I am hiring some lawyer.
Yeah.
I understand it. We hear it all the time. The one word of advice I would give to people on that is you do need to hire a lawyer as quickly as possible. Whether it's a Hollingsworth Law Firm, whether it's frankly any other law firm, you need to get quality, experienced representation as quickly as you can. Here's why. Okay, I used to, in a former life, represent some big companies on the other side, on the insurance side.
Right.
Okay, before I came over and started representing Hood News peeps and things like that.
All right.
And let me just give you an example. There was a wreck on South I-45 a few years ago where a big company's truck was involved in a bad accident with just a regular person. Well, I was called out to the scene of the accident within 45 minutes of the accident happening as the company's lawyer.
Okay.
So what people need to remember is the company's lawyer, the company, whether it's a plant, whether it's an 18-wheeler, whatever it is, they are going to have representation out there, CYA in themselves, to use that term, covering their ass, and before you will. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to act fast to hire quality, experienced representation so that they can start acting on your behalf against the company that caused this, so you don't miss evidence or, get in a bind or not be able to get treatment as quickly as you can when the other side is already working.
Yeah, that's crazy. That they really do show up at the scene like that.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's wild.
Yeah, they got to protect their interests.
Yeah, because they got a lot of it, at stake. So,
yeah,
there you go, peeps, man. Just listen to the man. And hey, I wish I would have had him when I got hit by a company truck by a drunk driver. Oh. Like, that was great. And I did, man, I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like he would have been able to get me compensated better. The joke was on me. And I was just like, man, I just thought I wanted to get it over with quick. And I made a bunch of bad decisions, but I could have been compensated more. So
yeah, that's another thing. You say get it over with quick. Mm-hmm. Look, to get full compensation for a bad accident, it's not going to be quick. Yeah. It's just not. And I tell everybody, we're honest with our clients about it. It's not going to be here today, gone tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a months long, if not year long process. You just got to, as I tell the clients sometimes, I tell our people, Christmas is coming someday, but it ain't tomorrow.
It ain't gonna be. Yeah, for sure.
But you do want to hire quality representation. Look at their Google reviews. We've talked about this on Grizzy before. That you want to hire quality representation. Go to people that trust somebody. Go to the Google reviews. Hollingsworth Law Firm has 99.9% 5-star reviews.
And then you've got a good staff. That's everything, friends. Because the attorney I had, I didn't like the staff. I'm going to be straight up. They wouldn't return my phone calls. They wouldn't answer me back. My emails, I don't even like emailing. And when I'm over here pressuring some chick, hey, can you get this message over to the attorney? Man, friends, like his staff is on point. I know this. His staff is on point. Well, and they speak different languages too. You've got a full Spanish, English, I think Vietnamese too.
Vietnamese and Chinese.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. No, everybody. If you speak Spanish, we can help you with that. 99% of the ladies in my office speak Spanish. We just hired a gentleman. He speaks Spanish. So we can help people with that. I muddle through my Spanish, más o menos.
Already.
But I appreciate you saying that about my staff. They'll appreciate that. We try to hire good people who do the job right and want to help people. Yeah. And they've been doing it for a long time. So we can get the best results for people. And like Grizzy said, actually, we do represent now a Hood News peep that got hit by a commercial vehicle. True story. Somebody off one of these called us, and we represent them. And hopefully, we can get them a good result when that time comes.
Yeah.
We're helping them get through the first process first, and then, on to the results later. But we, really appreciate you giving us a shout out to the staff. They'll really appreciate that. Looking to grow also and help people how we can. If you have any questions about anything, let us know, give us a call. And if it's not even a personal injury case, to be quite frank, we can help you with that. We can help you find another lawyer that does that kind of thing. If you get in criminal trouble or anything like that, we can help you find, estate planning, things like that. If you have a death in the family or something like that, we can help you, point you in the right direction at least. Let's say that.
Awesome. That's what's up. Thank you so much, friend. It was good to see you.
Thank you, Grizzy. Good to see you.
All right. Hey, man, be on the lookout because he's going to be giving away tickets to a Rockets game. And I just no, he's going to get you some good tickets. So he's going to hook it up. This was Santa Claus this past Christmas, and now he's going to look out for the Rockets tickets. All right, friend. Thank you so much. This is Steve Hollingsworth with the Hollingsworth Law Firm. We're going to go ahead and sign out. More Hood News on the way. Call him up if you need his help.
713-637-4560. Hollingsworth Law Firm, personal injury lawyers. Thank you.
Thank you. What's the nickname they got for you?
El Patrón de la Ley.
El Patrón de la Ley.
Damn right.
For real. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, friends. Bye.